Hello, it is me, Veronica, with another sketchbook tour. Um, this one is one of my favorites just because not necessarily of the art that's in there, but of the processes that I was working through. I was just really proud of myself for finishing this sketchbook. Although, trigger warning, I think there's a couple of empty pages at the back. If that's one of those kind of things that bothers you, so sorry. So grab a glass of water or your favorite arting tool and let's just go through this sketchbook together. Huh. That, that feels too close. Microphone cord. All right. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is a Strathmore sketchbook, 100 sheets, 60 pound, 9 by 12. I recommend, I guess. You need a cheap uh, sketchbook. The paper is very thin, not thin, 60 pound. Um, it's very smooth though, if that's what you're looking for. This is what watercolor looks like on it, so not that great, but I kind of like what happens when watercolor's on paper that's not meant for it. Because I'm contrary like that. All right, this, oh man, I'm gonna have to blur out that name over there. So I'm also, not only am I cheap, but I'm like super cheap. So there was just a stack of sketchbooks at my old college that people had lost during the semester and never come back for. And they were like, hey, they're not coming back for it. Grab it. And so I did. It was empty and I needed a sketchbook. Sorry, first page. I was working on greeting cards. I was making some greeting cards. I think there was like a Skillshare class on it. And I was going for landscapes. So we've got this cool sunset. Oh, and they're all based on pictures that I found. Like this isn't from my imagination. This is, you can't see it. Oh, you kind of can. It's a chair in a doctor's office. This is a water fountain wall fixture also at the doctor's office. Oh, this was actually in the radiology level. So I was just about to get imaging done and I drew that. This is my favorite drawing maybe of all time. And this is from a Canson mixed media sketchbook. But I took it out so I could draw it again on a smaller sheet of paper that I then sent to my cousin um, as a card. But I really like it. It's like a lotus and it's got a third eye, but it's a sleepy third eye. I like the colors, love it so much. More of the greeting card landscapes. Now, these are just studies, kind of like very loose before I tried it on good paper. And then this is swatching. More swatching. I think an idea, like a pattern idea. And I do a lot of one line or blind one line kind of drawings. And these are just two people. Maybe from a class or something. I don't know. I was trying to draw a cat and I sucked. Sucked again. This was me filling up this blank page, I think. My aunt had sent me a greeting card with these cool turtles that I liked. More composition-y kind of stuff. Me trying to figure out which landscape I'm going to group together. Working on a birthday card. This was from a Skillshare class about, like, I think, working on your process or something. Halloween was coming up, and I was like, oh my god, what if I made holiday greeting cards? Here's the thing. If you're going to make greeting cards based on a certain holiday, don't start thinking of it that month. Make these months and months and months in advance so that they're in your Etsy shop, ready to go. Not like because people have to buy them before the holiday. Anyway, I didn't give myself enough time, but I do like them. Abstract composition ideas, ghosty ideas. I think I settled on this guy, but I kind of like this guy. It's my neighbors. I was working on a different Skillshare class about drawing misty trees. And I don't know why I started practicing on this paper when obviously it cannot take like multiple washes of watercolor. This is a poinsettia I drew on a walk and I colored in later. One line, blind one line contour drawing. Every time I see this thing, I'm like, what was I drawing? And it looks like a sewing machine, but now that I think about it, I think it's the toaster oven. More composition ideas you can barely see. Abstract pattern ideas for greeting cards. Etsy to-do list I just shoved in here. Swatches, composition ideas. More ghosties. So cute. So there's this like Pinterest thing happening where people like were walking around with ghost sheets over their heads and they were just doing normal everyday stuff. I thought that was so cute. So I used them as reference for my ghosties. This is just something I saw while waiting in a car. More ghosties, more swatches. I like the ghost. Where is it? I like the ghost in the wheelchair. I thought that was really cool. Phases of the moon. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, I love this swatch. I love it. Another ghosty. I don't know what I was trying to do here. These are little teeny tiny one-line portraits of people that I drew in class. This was like online class, so we're just staring at screens all day. If any of you recognize yourself and you went to UCLA somewhere between 2020 and 2022, so sorry, I was probably drawing you. Ginkgo leaves from a different Skillshare class about, I don't know, something or other. Hey, wow, this is a letter from Blue Shield of California. I was going to make a greeting card. Housewarming cards for my uncle's son. Designed them. Don't know if I made them. Never sent them. I don't do good with the follow through. Christmas card ideas. I think I was trying to get back into mandalas. Like I really liked the way they looked and I always wanted to draw them. Those super detailed ones that were like popular in 2014 or so. Yeah. This one's okay. Yeah. Oh, I like this one. 2 people in my class. And then like I connected it and I painted the background. Love it. This is sad. And I don't know why it's so sad. It was, I think, like an Inktober challenge. Not a date to be found, but I think it was an Inktober, those daily prompts that you do every day in Inktober. And every once in a while, I'd just tune in and try and draw one. Why does it look so scary? Abstract composition ideas. Ooh, this is a Mobius study, I guess. I really like his art. And then I was writing down other people's art I like. I was on the phone with my cousin, actually, when I drew this. A different Skillshare class. But I gave up after the first lesson. I was like, it's not for me. Paint swatches, my favorite thing. I'm actually going to try and make earrings off of like cutouts of paint swatches in my sketchbooks. Stay tuned. I'll tell you how that project goes. This. I love this. It's like cloudy, but free. And it was an absolute accident. I wasn't even trying to get this design. And it happened. And I love it so much. Don't love it. But I was making stuff. More abstract ideas. And palette knife scrapings. What was I painting? more of that Skillshare class about the abstract composition kind of thing. Oh, I was making a set of cards for my aunt, and this is just me working on the designs. More from the Skillshare class. I like this one a lot. Um, and it is where I fell in love with Payne's Gray. I mean, Payne's Gray is my ride or die. It's so soothing. I love to paint with it. It's the first color I pick up usually. Love it. Yeah, more from that class. And then I did it on actual watercolor paper, and I was like, holy moly, look at the difference. Ooh, yeah, these are cool. I'm a fan. This is a froggy, as you can see. I was testing something out, watching something. Don't remember what it was. More drawings of people from class. No idea why this didn't end up on a card. I like this composition. It's very weird. I want to go back to it. This is Chuck Schumer. I watch a lot of MSNBC with my family, and so sometimes when the TV's on, I'm just drawing them nonstop. Oh, I love this one. Look at that. I started drawing her way at the top of the page. Cut off her head. Why do I do that? And I say, stop drawing faces at the top of the page. Stop it. Yeah. Oh, okay, so these are my one-line blind contour portraits. And I do them a lot when I'm watching TV. And I loved them. I love making these. These are in ink, though. So I do the initial drawing with pencil, and then so you're not looking down at the page. So I do the initial one in pencil. So you're just drawing, looking at the person as they move and talk and whatever. And then once I'm done, I lift my pencil off the page and I look down, and then I trace it all in ink and thicken up certain lines, make sure other lines are super thin, and then I erase the pencil. And that's how you get there. Yeah, I was drawing these two on one page only because the paper's so thin that it kind of like bleeds through to the back just a tiny bit. And that would be kind of visually confusing for me. It's honestly visually confusing right now. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but like, oh no, it is. Yeah, you can see the drawing underneath. It's a little loud for my eyes. Oh, I really like this one though. More little one line, maybe blind. I think it's blind. I was working on a Valentine's Day card idea. Over here, there was this. I was looking at Pinterest and I stumbled upon this trippy vase that this artist was making, and I was like, I gotta draw it. Oh, and this paper is so smooth. It's Bristol. That's what it is. Whew. So smooth. Somebody from class. Ooh, I did not spray fixative on this. Look at that. Transfer. I couldn't tell you what's happening on this page. The more I look at this, the more it's like a demonic rooster or something. Yikes. Working on that greeting card set from 20 pages ago. I love this style. I want to get back to it. Not blind, but one line. And I think the camera is picking up. So I got this gray pen from, is it a Pentel? Wait, is it in here? Yes. This guy. What is this? Oh, it's a Pilot. A Pilot .38 gray. I don't know what the like kind is. Oh, Pilot Juice. Pilot Juice. Love it. Love it. So I started using that for the finest lines because I felt like my lines weren't fine enough, even with this super skinny pen up here. So I wanted the finer lines to be lighter, and I got this gray. Now it is a warm, well, It is a cool gray, but I think sometimes it dries warm the longer it's on the page or something. Oh, that. I don't know. Oh, wait, I do. I was watching I think it's The Irregulars on Netflix, and I was drawing the female lead. I gave up, obviously. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. This is Nano from, what's that show on Netflix? Oh, come on. Sorry, I can't remember. I love this actress. Her face, the way she expresses everything. Oh, just amazing. Oh, I was testing out some jelly gouache I got. This is a different person. Oh, and I was working on like incorporating shading into this style. I like it. I need to go back to it. Some people in class, I think. I don't think these are 100% blind though, but they might be. Another Pinterest girl that I was trying that previous style out on. This one is blind, and I freaking love it. I love how like his head is so small and the headphones are so big. I just love it so much. And then I was working with the gouache right here. More, what is this? Oh, this is the high flow acrylics. Yes, it's watching them collaging over here. I don't know what I was doing. It's a mess. I don't like it. There are those ginkgo leaves from forever many pages ago. The gouache swatching. Yeah, I don't know. Abstract design, I guess. I do like what's happening here. Ugh. I was trying something. Oh, this is fun though. This is that high flow acrylic on top of maybe watercolor. I was having a good time. I was swatching like I don't even know what this background's about. Ugh. I don't like the way dry gouache feels. Also working with those high flow acrylics. Oh, and this is watercolor paper. I don't know if you can tell. It's not the sketchbook paper. Okay, too much is happening here. This is a hot mess. It's like my brain. In the background, we've got a blind one-line contour drawing. And then here, I'm working on those cards that I was making for my aunt. And I was just seeing what gold leaf looked like. Didn't like it. I couldn't get it in a perfect circle, which bugged me. As you can see, I was working over here on that. Bugged me. I was like, how does it look just partial? Ugh, yeah. This is so faint, but this is at the beach. This was a wagon at the beach, you know, those sand wagons, and somebody sitting in their chair, and then whatever the fuck that is. Look at that. It's like if there was a smiley face for Voldemort. That's what that is. Voldemort smiley face. Good. It's creepy. It's so creepy. Oh, I was on the phone with my cousin while I drew these. I think it was, yep, another Skillshare class. Or was it a Domestica class? Domestica, I think. These, I really like this page. It just feels very loose and like, I like it. I hated this painting. I hated it so much, I covered it up. Woo. I think this is the character Ludovica from Baby on Netflix. I really liked her face. I think that's her. Yeah, one line portrait, but not blind. One line portrait, not blind, and I was working with this new, where is it? This new pen I got, a brush pen. I think it's a Pentel brush pen from Japan. I was trying it out on watercolor paper, working on line variation, and then it got wet, and I kind of liked what happened there too. Good times all the way around. Here's me making the designs for the cards. I'm one of those people who has to make a design multiple times before I'm finished. So this is like the first draft, and then I drew them again on watercolor paper, you know, by having a light box underneath this, tracing it. And then I was finally able to do the final draft on the watercolor paper. I don't know what that was. That was a code for something. Okay, the second set of cards I made for my aunt, I was working with this koi fish idea. So we just have a bunch of like koi fish. This is gouache in the background, watercolor in the fishy, and ink. This pen for the lines, and I think, yeah. Wow, I really like this page, man. I really like what's happening here. More ideas, more swatchy composition. So now the little fishies are kind of like swimming around together. I had to trace them to put them on the page on the watercolor paper, and then I had to resize them because they were like coming off the side. More composition ideas, different composition. Yep. So again, I have to make it first on like a first draft, and then I can do a second draft on the good paper. Wow. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's also how I write. Yep. More of the koi fish. Oops. I was trying to draw some lilies or lotus flowers. I don't remember. This is a one-line portrait of my uncle. I don't know if it's blind though. Surely blind. Surely blind. This is, I think I was working on that Domestica class again. It was like botanical gardening, botanical drawing. Yeah, so this is a magnolia tree out front. Does it look like the leaves? No. Beach trip. Somebody's chanclas. Some lady on her phone. An umbrella. Why do I have this blank page here? Here I was drawing my feelings. I was obviously feeling a certain kind of way. They were kind of moody and squishy and dark and weird. But I kind of like them. I don't know. Would you like a sticker of that? I think that could make a funny sticker. This is not my art. This is something I saw on Pinterest that I wanted to send to my, like, remake and send to my cousin. Yeah, like, I don't, well, number one, I don't really sell my art. Number two, I'm not like, I don't know how to describe this. I like to rework art that other people make as practice to like try and see what elements of their style I want to incorporate into my own style. But sometimes there are pieces in my notebooks, but I'm not trying to steal necessarily. It's like I guess the best form of flattery is whatever that saying is. Oh, I got this neon paint watercolor set. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This is when like full activation of creative energy is activated in the sketchbook. Boom! I love this drawing so much, so much. And it was on, I want to say Strathmore drawing paper. Is it Strathmore? It's the one with the brown cover. So it's very smooth and it doesn't soak up wet media very well, but I love what it's doing anyway. And then I use the hot red, the neon red, to like add elements. I love this so much. And this is one line, mostly, I think. Not blind though. This is my aunt. This is my aunt's crock. We were in the garden downstairs talking to our neighbor, and I was drawing. And then this is when I started to see how the paints interacted with one another, and I was just having such a great time. This is her crock again. This is the view from our back porch. And I think this is kind of the end here. Oh yeah, I can tell. I'm getting tired. Like, my art is getting tired. And then we're at the end, and there's just some stuff in this little pocket back here. I kind of like this. It's like the rolling hills of Easter or something. Ooh, I like this one too. Ooh, I don't like this one. Oh, and also this, what is it called? Painter's tape? Masking tape. The worst. I started getting the blue tape after that. Oh, I like it. Ooh, yeah. Oh, maybe I should go. Let me stick this on that page from earlier. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Aha, yes. So, see, quite the difference. Quite the difference. And this isn't even. Yeah, so I was a TA for a little bit at LACC, and I had a really great time. But one of the things I would do was there would be like leftover scraps of watercolor paper from the students doing their projects, and I would just take all those scraps home because I was like, who cares? It's they did stuff on this side, the other side is blank. You see how cheap I am? Oh my god. Anyway, that's the end. I hope you drank some water. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I hope I inspired you to pick up your sketchbook and just work on stuff, even if you don't like it. Your creative processes are going on in the background. You're solving the problem of your writer's block in the background as you work. Um, yeah, so don't give up. Sorry if this video was super shaky. It probably was. Yeah, have a wonderful day.